as long as I'm live 24/7, no one will ever know that Ryoyo's... Oh, guys, Lily's here. You can say the line now. Welcome, 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 welcome. You guys can say the line now. No, you say, you have to tell me it first. You have to tell me the first line. It's a two-parter. So stupid. Where was I? Let's get derailed 100 more times today. Oh no, Ryoyo would rather stay railed 100 times today. Oops, I meant to say Ryoyo would like to stay on track 100 times today. The most inorganic stream bit ever. Listen to the trash. You've seen Moa on different streams. Moa's a multitasker of all time. Moa's got like, you know how people say we have 2 hands? No, Moa has like 8 hands, I think. Unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, I don't know. I got only one hand? I think I have, I don't know. 2, 3. If you're lucky. Okay, anyways, where are we? Where are we? Okay, where are we going? The club room. Okay, there we go. We navigated throughout the... Oh wait, I already read all that. Okay, we're now at the literary club. Okay. That's what it said on the affixated, slanting nameplate. Here. Haruhi opened the door without even knocking and barged in without the slightest hint of reservation. I followed suit, naturally. The room was surprisingly large. Maybe because it only contained a long table, metal chairs, and some steel bookshelves. The 2 or 3 cracks running across the ceiling and walls told the tale of the decrepit state of the building structure. And seated in one of the metal chairs, looked like an addition to the room, was a girl reading a thick hardcover book. "The room is now our club room," Haruhi proclaimed in a dignified fashion, throwing her arms in the air. Her face was painted with a divine smile. I decided not to voice my opinion that seeing such a smile on her face in the classroom every day would be such a good thing. Wait a second, where are we? It's easy for him? You guys are mean! It's not that easy for me to get derailed. I just like talking to you. Is that such a bad thing? The cultural department clubhouse. The art club and the wind ensemble have the art room and the music room, right? Clubs and societies that don't have specialized classroom have rooms in this clubhouse. Also known as the Old Shack. This is the literary club's room. So this belongs to the literary club. But the 3rd years all graduated last spring, so it has 0 members. It was the only club that would have been cut if nobody new joined, and this girl is the 1st year who joined. Then the club wasn't cut, right? It might as well have been. It only has 1 person. Unfreaking believable. She planned on taking over the room. I directed my attention towards the girl who was apparently a 1st-year literary club member, indulging herself in reading at the folding table. A girl with short hair and glasses. She hadn't even looked up once during Haruhi's clamoring. The only movement was when her fingers turned a page every once in a while. The rest of her body hadn't moved even the slightest bit. She was completely ignoring our presence. She was quite the weird girl. I lowered my voice and whispered to Haruhi, "But what about her?" She said that she's fine with it. For real? I ran into her during lunch. When I asked her to lend me this room, she said go on ahead. She doesn't care as long as she can read, apparently. I suppose you could call her an oddball. She was one to talk. I took another look at the strange literary club member. Pale skin with a face devoid of emotion. Robotic fingers movement. Robotic fingers moving! No, that's incorrect. Robotic finger movement. There we go. Don't laugh at me. I'm gonna start crying. I'll start throwing a fit and I'm gonna start crying. You don't want me to start crying the day before I release Parallel Escape, don't you? Think of the onion sable cookie. My beloved, the onion sable cookie. I should have saved some of it. I got greedy and I ate all of it all in that one sitting. So sad. I don't mind you cry. You people, you're getting me derailed again. I gotta stay railing. Okay? Go man, Oop-chan, shut up! Do you want me to Wait! That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't say... If you need us to get... Stop it! Stop! Stop it! Stop it. Stop it. This isn't fair. This isn't fair! It's not fair. This isn't fair. Stop it. You guys are derailing me with railing conversations. How dare you! How dare you! How dare you? Oh, are we? Stop this! Stop playing coy! Stop this. Rio is... Are you bothered by... Rio is... Read. Thank you, Chris. I'm gonna read. I'm closing my eyes to chat. I'm never reading chat ever again in my whole entire life. I'm never reading it. Reading it. No. I'm reading book only. Book only. I'm reading it. I'm reading book. Oh yeah, and I'm also only reading Rock Crust chat messages. That's all. Okay. Let's see. I'll never tell you how much I love you. No, tell me, because Ryoyo loves you too. Okay, so you have to say it back. No, call me. No, please call me back. Come on. You guys are making it so I can't read. I'm trying to read a book. I'm trying to become literate. I thought that you weren't gonna read. Stop! I'm. No! It's the worst day of my life. Okay. No, I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book. Okay. Her hair was shorter than a bob, yet managed to cover her arranged features. It made me want to see what she looked like without her glasses on. Her doll-like demeanor meant that she had a lack of presence. If I had to classify her, the simplest way would be that she's the mysterious, stoic type. I'm not sure what she thought of my blatantly fixed stare. Don't make fun of me. The girl pushed up the bridge of her glasses without preamble. Dark-colored eyes stared at me from behind the lenses. Neither eyes nor lips revealed any emotion at all. A top-notch poker face. Unlike Haruhi's, her default expression appeared to show no emotion at all. Yuki Nagato, she said. Seemed to be her name. She had a flat voice that you could forget in about 3 seconds. Yuki Nagato looked at me for about as long as it would take for her to blink twice. She then apparently lost interest and returned to her reading. So, Nagato, I said, she's planning on turning this room into an I have no idea what kind of club. Is that still okay with you? Yes. Yuki Nagato answered without taking her eyes from that page. But it'll probably be a huge bother to you, right? Not really. You might even get chased out. Go ahead. Quick responses were good, but her replies really had no feeling to them. It would seem that she genuinely just didn't care. Well, there you have it. Haruhi. Oh wait, that was Haruhi. Well, there you have it. Haruhi interjected. Her voice was always full of life. I was getting a bad feeling about this for some reason. Be sure to meet in this room after school from now on. You'd better show up, and if you don't, heads will roll. He be saying you're gonna get in trouble. Stop. Yeah. you're gonna get in trouble. Stop, Zach, stop. You're gonna get in trouble. She said this with a smile like cherry blossoms in full bloom. I reluctantly nodded my assent. Since I like my head where it is, after all. And so we managed to secure a club room, which was good, but we still hadn't made any progress with the paperwork. Besides, we hadn't even decided on a name or what club activities that we'd be engaging in. I told her to figure all those out first, but Haruhi apparently had other ideas. That stuff will fall into place later on, Haruhi loudly proclaimed. First comes all the members. We at least need 2 more. Which means what? You're countering the literary club member, aren't you? Aren't you confusing Nagato with a piece of furniture that came along with the room? Rest assured, I'll find them in no time. I happen to know someone who is made for this club. How are we supposed to be rest assured? My doubts were only getting stronger. The next day, I declined when Taniguchi and Kunikita invited me to walk home with them, and having no choice, was dragged by my legs towards the club room. Haruhi just yelled, "You go on ahead!" before tearing out of the club with a record acceleration time that would explain why the track team so fervently Fervently. Rot, do you know that word? You'd make a cute voice actor? Do you think so? I'd really like to one day. Ryo's got a lot of different voices. Yeah, a lot of different voices. I'll show him who's boss. See, one of my goals in life is to, there's a lot of BL anime that's been getting English dubs lately. And am I allowed to speak? I think that they're not casting these ukes correctly. Hi, Bear, welcome! So, Ryo wants to voice in if nothing else, Ryo wants to voice in a BL anime. Even if it's something that's a little bit saucy from like a low budget studio. I'd like to do it. Show them who's boss! Yeah, I'd like to one day. They're not twink enough. That's exactly it. I'm like, you're playing a twink. Why do you sound like this? Twinks don't sound like that. They don't sound like this. Stop it! You already have experience. I'm a born natural. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for agreeing. Thank you. How are you doing, Bear? Guys, my nose is stuffy. How many pages have we read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow! 6, actually. Blow it. I don't know if I have any more tissues by me. I'll just suck it up back into my nose, I guess, until it starts coming back out again. Okay. Alright. A buff uke? Yeah, maybe. Oh, Lily! Congratulations for your start of the month! Mwah! Thank you so much for the support! Thank you! Thank you for always cheering Ryo on! Use your target receipt. I don't have one by me, damn it! At least I don't think so. I might have some in my... but my bag's so far away. I don't feel like reaching it. Badge because of buff uke comment? Yeah, but those are a rare breed. At least in anime, I signed Uke at birth. He's born to voice an Uke in a BL. Yeah. When is it my turn? I'll get there. And then you'll all be sorry. Okay, where are we? Thanks. It's only a matter of time. Okay, get back in my nose. Be my uke, that's crazy, Bear, by the way. Okay, anyways. anyways. Oh yeah, where was I? Okay, fervently, there we go. Fervently, there you go. Okay, pursued her membership. Fast enough to make you wonder if she might have rocket boosters attached to her legs. She was probably off to secure the new club member. Did you finally run into an alien? I slung my book bag over my shoulder and unenthusiastically shuffled my feet in the direction of the literary club. Akala, thank you so much for the heart. Thank you for sharing your heart with me. Mwah. Yuki Nagato was already in the club room. She was reading in the same exact position as yesterday, giving me this sense of deja vu. And just like yesterday, she didn't even twitch as I entered into the room. Not that I would know, but this is a literary club, But is the literary club just a club for sitting around and reading books? Total silence. Well, what you reading? I asked, unable to bear the silence any longer. Instead of answering, Yuki Nagato merely raised the book and showed me the cover. A foreign-sounding title, written in a gothic lettering. It was already putting me to sleep. It looked like a sci-fi novel or something. Well, is it any good? Yuki Nagato pushed up the bridge of her glasses with a limp motion and replied in a listless tone. Unique. I got the feeling that she was just giving an arbitrary answer to my question. Well, which part of it? All of it. So you like books, huh? Relatively. Is that so? Silence. Can I leave now? I dropped my bag on the table. I dropped my bag on the table. Okay, and if I jump? Okay, stream's over, guys. Back it up. Alright, see you guys tomorrow. You really said bye. Leave me alone! Listen, I'm trying to focus on not needing to blow my nose, okay? Girl, I don't know. I may be a different one that you've never heard before. It's special, unique to the Ryo experience. Blow it. Oh my god. Guys, I don't know where I don't have any tissue. Okay. Go to the bathroom. Yeah. My bag's so far away! Okay, I'm gonna reach for it. Okay, I'm gonna blow my nose. Sit down! How are you? Oh, yeah. Last time I went to Daiso, they didn't have the shrimp tissues anymore. I bought these like really cute tissues with shrimp on them. They didn't have them anymore. I was so sad. I was like, "Where's the shrimp tissues?" I was really pissed off actually. I said I was sad, but I was actually pissed off. Went up to the counter. I said, "Excuse me, sir. Where's your shrimp tissues?" No, I'm lying. I didn't do that. That'd be kind of crazy of me. No, I didn't do that. Okay, I'm gonna blow my nose. Oh yeah. Get out of there. Okay. Thank you, Sascaro. You're welcome. Crispy. Okay. We don't have to. Maybe sometimes we don't have to say things. Sometimes it isn't our turn to talk. A lot of people caught a cold recently. Yeah. So I had strep throat, and then I was okay for like a week, and then I saw Real Mama, and Real Mama gave me a cold. Real Mama gave me a cold. Can you believe that? I was like, Real Mama, please, no cold, no cold. Okay, but she still gave me a cold. That's okay. I still love Real Mama regardless. How many pages is chapter 2? We have like 30 more pages. Okay, lock in, Ryo! Lock in! Okay. Oh yeah. I dropped my bag on the table and was in the process of seating myself in one of the extra chairs when the door opened. More like it was kicked open. I got in the bath and it doesn't feel good at all. And I got a headache. Maybe you need to stop listening to Ryo. I feel like I'm also headache inducing. This is a sign to take ibuprofen. Yeah, I think that I have medicine. Come over, I'll give you some medicine. I'll nurse you back to health, I promise. Oh no. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Hey, sorry about being late. It took a while to catch her. Haruhi made her entrance with one hand held over her head. Her other arm was behind her, grabbing some other person's arm. Haruhi barged in with said person in tow, obviously brought here against their will, and locked the door for some reason. Click. Upon hearing that sound, the petite person began trembling with anxiety. It was another girl. An extraordinarily beautiful one at that. How is this person made for this club exactly? What is this? The beautiful girl said. The poor thing was almost in tears. Where are we? Why did you bring me here? Why are you locking the door? What are you? Be quiet. The girl froze with a start upon hearing Haruhi's imperious voice. Allow me to introduce you. This is Mikuru Asahina. And with that, Haruhi said no more. That's the whole introduction? A constrained silence fell over the room. Haruhi was standing there looking like she'd already done her duty. Yuki Nagato was reading as though nothing had even happened, and the mysterious girl named Mikuru Asahina was cowering on the verge of tears. I didn't foresee any of them speaking up, so I had no choice but to open up my mouth. And where did you abduct her from? I didn't abduct her. It was a voluntary arrest. Close enough. I caught her daydreaming in the second-year classroom. I walked through every single nook and cranny of this school during break, so her face started to become familiar after quite a while. I'd been wondering why she wasn't in the classroom during breaks, so that's what she was doing. But wait, more importantly, then isn't she an upperclassman? What about it? She had a puzzled expression on her face. Apparently, she really didn't think of anything of it. Never mind then. Asahina, is it? Well, why her? Well, take a look! Haruhi jabbed her finger at the nose of Mikuru Asahina, who shrank in fear. She's super cute, isn't she? Haruhi sounded like a dangerous kidnapper. At least that was my reaction. I believe that moe is an essential factor. I'm sorry, what was that? Moe, turn-ons? The element of turning people on. Fundamentally, in every single story where anything strange happens, there's always an alluring, Lolita-looking character present. I inadvertently turned to see and look at Mikuru Asahina. A petite body and a baby face. I see. An inattentive person would easily mistake her for a grade school student. Her slightly curly, chestnut brown hair softly concealed her collar. Her watery puppy dog eyes that begged for protection, and her teeth of white, pure ivory peeking out from within her half-open mouth created a miraculous sense of harmony with her small face. Yeah, she'd been holding a wand with a glowing ball on top. I would have expected her to transform into a magical girl. Ah, wait, what the hell am I saying? And that's not all! Haruhi circled behind Mikuru Asahina, our upperclassman, with a lofty smile, and then suddenly grabbed her from behind. Ah! Asahina screamed. Haruhi, undeterred, moved in for the kill as she grabbed hold of her breasts through her sailor uniform. Ah! She's so small, yet look! Her breasts are huge, bigger than mine! A Lolita face, but with big breasts! This is an important element for a turn-on, people! News to me. They sure are big. And with that, Haruhi reached underneath Asahina's uniform and began to grope her. Hello! It's starting to piss me off. Such a cutie sporting bigger ones than me even. Asahina struggled and kicked, her face bright red, but she didn't overcome the difference between their physical builds. Haruhi, who was getting carried away, began lifting her skirt even, which is when I pried the perverted girl off of Asahina's back. Are you an idiot? But they are really big, seriously! Why didn't you give him a touch? Asahina let out a quick squeak upon hearing that. No, I think that I'm gonna pass. What else could I say? What's really amazing is that during this whole time, Yuki Nagato hadn't even looked up for her book even once. Something was wrong with her too then. So then, what? The fact is that, I'm very welcome, how are you? As Haruhi, you know, well, she was, in the first chapter, she literally said, I don't care if it's a boy or a girl, if anyone's interesting, then they're the one for me. I was like, okay, bye-con. Okay, bye-con. Okay, bye-con. Hi there, Pierre, how are you doing today? Welcome in for the first time. Book's gonna be an impression. It's just an impression for Beer. Well, Haruhi's very popular. Maybe Beer's very well acquainted with Haruhi already. Possibly. Haruhi's powerful. Right. Haruhi is power. Haruhi's power. 100%. Okay, where do we leave off? No, Yuki didn't look up at the book. So then what? The fact that this Asahina is cute, small, and has big breasts is why you brought her here? That's right. Haruhi must have been born dumb. Me? Me? Born dumb. Yeah. I was thinking that we need a mascot character like her. Don't. Think about something else. Asahina softly rearranged her disheveled uniform, and then stared at me with upturned eyes. It's kinda awkward when you look at me that way. Well, Mikuru, are you in any other clubs? The calligraphy club. Oh, the resets happened. Resets! Oh no! I'm sorry, Carla! I'm sorry I was sick and dying for most of the month. I apologize. If it's any help, I'll blow my nose a little bit soon for you, okay? 50 points away! No, look at it! Don't torture yourself like that! I'm so sorry. I'll do good this month. I promise. I'll stream almost every day. I promise. I'm so sorry, Carla. This is my fault. It's my fault. If only I if only I wasn't late by 18 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'll make it up to you. I'll draw a star. I'll add a star roll on Discord, and I'll add it to you. So therefore, you got your star for this month, or something like that. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Here. I'm gonna take a drink of water too. Actually. Water's yummy. Water's super yummy. Okay, where was I? Were you looking? Okay. I won't say that I got my star for 5 months. No! Stop! Don't make me sad, Carla. I'll rewrite it in my brain every time I see it. I'll rewrite it. I'll say, thank you, Carla, for your 6 months support. Your 7 months support. Coming on 7 months. Oh my god. What the fuck? 7 months? Bro. That's not a real number. 7 months. Jesus. He can't help me here. Okay. Okay. Mikuru, are you in any other clubs?
The calligraphy club.
Quit that then. It'll conflict with our other club activities. Haruhi was self-centered as ever. Asahina looked like a future murder victim who had just been given the opportunity to take potassium cyanide, or Strychnine. She glanced up at me once more, as if seeking salvation. Then, she noticed Yuki Nagato's presence for the very first time, and her eyes opened wide in surprise. Her eyes wandered the room before she whispered,
I see.
in a voice reminiscent of a dragonfly sighing.
I understand.
Spell it again? Yeah, okay, I'll spell it again.
Strychnine.
What is that? What's that?
Yeah. Satyrcanine.
Stray Kids.
Strychnine? Strychnine. No, Street.
I'm kidding.
Strychnine.
What the fuck?
Strychnine.
Strychnine?
Strychnine.
No way.
Strychnine.
Don't piss me off. Whatever. Fuck her! Strip me? You wish. Sorry! Sorry. Okay. Okay. We're reading a book today, by the way. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Yeah, Krause, you're like a walking dictionary. Okay. Why did she just understand?
I'll quit the calligraphy club and I'll join this one.
The sadness in her voice really made me feel bad for her.
But I'm not really sure what the literary club does.
Oh, well, we aren't the literary club. Haruhi said this like it was the most obvious thing in the world. I explained to the wide-eyed Asahina in Haruhi's place. Well, we're only just temporarily borrowing this room. The club you're being forced into is an unnamed student association, yet to be made by Suzumiya over there. This will participate in unknown club activities.
What?
Incidentally, the person sitting there reading is the real literary club member. Asahina, adorable lips wide open, became speechless. I couldn't blame her.
No worries.
Haruhi, with a bright smile free from any sense of responsibility, firmly brought her hand down onto Asahina's small shoulder.
I just came up with a name!
Okay, well, let's hear it. My voice, carrying no hint of expectation, echoed throughout the room. If possible, I'd rather not really hear this, and Haruhi Suzumiya obviously couldn't care less about my concerns as she triumphantly named the club in her soaring voice.
Attention, everyone! The name of this fledgling club has just been decided. No alterations have to be made. This is purely a product of Haruhi Suzumiya's mind. This is the SOS Brigade, the Save the World by Overloading It with Fun Haruhi Suzumiya Brigade, or SOS Brigade for short.
Feel free to laugh. I was struck dumb at first. However, you're probably wondering why it's a brigade. Originally, it should have been named the Save the World by Overloading It with Fun Haruhi Suzumiya Association, but an association hadn't even been charted yet, and nobody had a clue as to what this group was supposed to do. So, brigade is fine then. Haruhi's incomprehensible words settled in the matter. Oh, joy. Asahina kept her mouth shut as if though resigning to her fate, and Yuki Nagato was an outsider. I couldn't bring myself to say anything, honestly. Consequently, the name SOS Brigade passed with just 1 I and 3 absentations. Oh joy. Just do whatever you want. After Haruhi instructed us to meet here after school every single day, we were dismissed. And the sight of Asahina trudging throughout the hallway with her shoulders drooped was just too pitiful to watch, so... Asahina...
What is it?
Asahina, who didn't look in any way older than me, tilted her pure, innocent face, pure in essence, towards me. You really don't have to join such a weird group. Don't worry about her. I can talk to her.
No.
She stopped walking, and her eyes narrowed in ever so slightly.
It's really okay. I'll join.
But I really doubt that this will turn out well.
Oh, it'll be fine. You're also here with me, aren't you?
That's right. Why am I here?
This is probably an inevitability. This was probably an inevitability.
Fuck. Inevitable. Lee.
Inevitability. Inevitability.
I'm gonna jump. I'm really gonna jump. I know what it means. Why can't I say it? Why can't I say it?
Inevitability. Inevitability. Yeah, that's it. Inevitability. Inevitability.
Okay.
Jesus.
Professional streamer, by the way. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Okay.
This is probably an inevitability on the time plane.
Her eyes on her cute, round face looked off into the distance. Huh?
And I'm concerned about why Nagato is here.
Concerned?
No, it's nothing.
Asahina shook her head in a flustered state. Soft strands of her hair swayed gently. Then Asahina, with an embarrassed smile on her face, bowed deeply.
I may be new at this, but I really hope that I can get along with everyone.
Well, if you say so.
Also, please feel free to call me just Mikuru.
She smiled sweetly. Yeah, well, she's cute enough to make me swoon. I was talking to Haruhi one day. What else do you think that we need?
Yeah, beats me. I'm thinking on getting my hands on a mysterious transfer student, though.
I'd like you to define mysterious first.
It hasn't even been 2 months since the new term began. Anyone who transfers in at this point must qualify as mysterious, right? Don't you agree?
Maybe the student's dad was suddenly transferred.
No, well, that's too abnormal.
What would you really consider normal? I'd really like to know that first and foremost.
I wonder if a mysterious transfer student will show up.
In other words, you don't really give a damn about what I think, do ya?
No, welcome! Welcome! Do I need to catch you up? Welcome! Welcome!
How many pages in are we? Surely not enough. Surely not.
Actually, guys!
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14! 14 pages in, guys. We're cooking. I need the summary. So Haruhi has officially found a club room.
And wow, I've never walked into a room and had this many people happy to see me. It's been an hour. Okay, you don't need to point out that I've only read 14 pages in an hour, okay? If I was reading by myself in my head, I'd be done with the book by now, okay? Okay? With the amount of time that we've read, okay? Okay? Ria is a good reader in my brain.
That's how I can get through my BL so fast.
But no. Okay. So Haruhi found a club room. Okay. She found a club room. And once she found the club room, there was somebody that was already in the club room, and Kyon was like, "Hey, yo, I don't think that we can just like take somebody else's club room." And she's like, "Nah, bro, it's chill. There's only one person in this club, okay? And the club will be like disbanded anyway. So she's just kind of like our honorary member now. She's like our third member, okay?" And he's like, "Are you chill with that?" And she's like, "I don't give a fuck." And he's like, "Okay." Okay, I guess that's how it is. And then Haruhi the next day was like, now please hold, I have someone else in mind that I'm gonna snipe for the club. And he was like, bro, are you sure that you can just snipe people for the club? And she was like, I don't give a fuck. And he was like, okay, bet. So then she comes and she brings Mikuru Asahina, okay? And Mikuru is like super cute, super moe, super kawaii, you know? She harasses her a little bit because Haruhi knows no boundaries and doesn't care about anybody. And Kyon's like, yeah, I don't know, this doesn't seem really cool. This doesn't seem pretty sick, so I think that maybe we should not do this. And Haruhi was like, I don't give a fuck. So they left the club room, and he was like, are you sure you want to do this? And she was like, yes, but I am concerned about why Nagato is already here. And he's like, oh, you know her? And she's like, don't worry about it. And now Haruhi is trying to find a 5th member, which she is thinking is going to be a mysterious transfer student. And that's where we are. Oh, she also named the club. She named it the SOS Brigade. Because it can't be called an association because they don't have enough members to call it that. So right now it's just a brigade. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there was also a booby grab. That's crazy. I never thought I'd say that word in my life. I still don't know what Haruhi is about. We're getting to it! She's making a club right now. We're on chapter 2, damn it. Okay? Lock in. Hold your horses. I can't just spoil it all for you, okay? Hi there, Eliath, welcome. How are you? Your icon's so cute. What? Your icon's so cute. Welcome. It's nice to meet you. Welcome in for the first time. We're reading the Haruhi light novels. We just started on the second chapter. I say we just started on the second chapter. We're 14 pages, but this chapter has like a billion pages. So it feels like we just started, even though we've been doing this for an hour. Are you familiar with Haruhi at all, or would you like me to catch you up? I can do a catch up if need be. I'm happy to catch up. I'm really good at TLDRs. I think I'm actually pretty bad at it. but I try my best. Well, don't say well. Don't agree with me. That's so sad. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate it. Stop saying well. You guys are so mean. You guys are bullies. Okay, we'll continue on. Okay, mysterious transfer students. Okay. It would appear that a rumor had spread that Haruhi and I were plotting something. Say, what are you and Suzumiya up to? The person who asked this was obviously Taniguchi. Don't tell me that you two are dating! Absolutely not! And I'm just the one who would like to know exactly what the hell that we were doing, actually. Don't overdo it. We're not in middle school anymore. If you render the grounds unusable, they might even suspend you. Yeah, if Haruhi does something by herself, I can't be bothered to clean up after her. At the very least, I have to prevent Yuki Nagato and Mikuru Asahina from coming to any harm. I'm kinda proud of how considerate I am. Though, I doubt that I have much of a chance of stopping Haruhi once the afterburns kick in. After the SOS Brigade was founded, the literary club room previously had adorned by a long table, metal chairs, and bookshelves began accumulating a growing number of items. And I honestly don't really know where Haruhi got this stuff from, but a portable garment rack sat in the corner of the room along with an electric kettle, teapot, and enough teacups for everyone. The room also had a stereo system without a CD player, a single compartment fridge in this day and age, and a portable gas stove, and an earthenware pot, and various eating utensils. What was really all this stuff for? Was she planning on living here? Haruhi was currently sitting Indian style with her arms crossed on the desk with her as she flinched from some classroom, and on the desk rested a pyramid on which the words Brigade Chief were written in magic marker. A computer would be nice too, she said. We're living in the information age and yet we don't even have a single computer. I can't forgive them. I can't forgive who? Our members were basically assembled.
Yuki Nagato was in her usual position, engrossed in some hardcover with a title about Saturn moon falling. Asahina, who didn't really need to come but obediently came anyways, was seated in the chair with nothing to do, and Haruhi leapt off the desk and smiled in my direction, giving me a really ominous feeling.
So, let's go scrounge one up!
Haruhi said, looking like a deer hunter off the hunting range. Scrounge up a computer? From where? Are you planning on raiding an electronics store?
Of course not!
There's a much closer source. This stuff is crazy. This part is crazy. Haruhi! She really doesn't give a fuck. After ordering us to follow her, Haruhi led Asahina and me down to our destination, the Computer Research Society, 2 doors down. I see.
Hold this,
she said as she handed me an instant camera.
I'm going to tell you the plan.
I'm making Rio fan art?
What are you doing? Wait, no, wait, don't spoil. I don't want to spoil. I'm closing my eyes. I don't want to know. I'm honored though. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you. I can't wait to see you.
Unless it's a secret forever. Hidden behind your dresser. Because that's where I hid all my, scary stuff. Anyways. Sorry. Where was it? Okay.
I'm going to tell you the plan, so you'd better stick to it. Don't mess up the timing. Do you understand?
Scary stuff, don't worry about it.
I was in high school and middle school, okay?
Okay. I couldn't. Don't worry about it. Okay. Haruhi pulled me down and whispered her plan in my ear.
Huh?
That's ridiculous.
It'll be fine.
Fine for you, maybe. I glanced at Asahina, who was curiously looking this way, and attempted to make eye contact. It would be a good idea to run for it now. As I furiously blinked my eyes at her, Asahina looked up at me dubiously, and after applying some kind of twisted logic, she blushed. No good. She wasn't getting the message. In the meantime, Haruhi had calmly opened up the door to the Computer Research Society without even knocking.
Hello! We're here to take one set of computers and peripherals.
The layout was similar to ours, but this club room was rather cramped. A number of display monitors and computer towers were on the uniformly spaced tables. A low whirring of cooling fans resonated throughout the room. The 4 male students who had been clattering away on their keyboards turned their attention to Haruhi, standing in their doorway on some kind of mission.
Who's in charge?
Haruhi said, rather hotly with a smile on her face. One of them stood in response.
That would be me.
Oh, and I should give them some stupid voice. Not to not that's being kind of judgmental on on computer guys, right? But I'll try my best. I'll try my best and give him a Herm voice. Okay.
Nerds like you. I'm not a nerd. Let's see. Who's in charge? Okay.
That would be me. Do you need anything?
It sounds like Ebby Money. Oh no, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on.
That would be me. Do you need anything?
I already told you what I need. I only need one, so just give me a computer.
The Computer Research Society president, an unnamed upperclassman, had an expression on his face that plainly asked,
What is he talking about?
As he shook his head.
No way. School funding wasn't enough to cover the cost, so we had to save up our own money before we were able to finally just buy one of these with our own money. Up until recently, we aren't blessed with enough equipment to just hand some out to anyone who asked it.
One can't hurt. You've got so many.
Now look here. Wait, who are you people?
The SOS Brigade. Chief Haruhi Suzumiya. And these are 2 subordinate members, number 1 and number 2.
You didn't really have to just call us subordinates. I ordered it in the name of the SOS... Oh, wait.
I order it in the name of the SOS Brigade. Stop your grumbling and hand one over.
I don't know you people. But by no means buy one yourself.
In that case, I have my own ideas about that.
Haruhi's eyes shone with audacity. Not a good sign. Pushing Asahina, who had been spacing out nearby, in front of her, Haruhi approached the president. And just when we realized that she'd grabbed onto the president's arm, she pressed his palm onto Asahina's breast with lightning speed.
Ah!
No! Oh, wait.
No!
Click. With 2 varying screams playing in the background, I clicked the shutter on the instant camera. As she held Asahina down, who was trying to escape, Haruhi used her right hand to direct the president's grip firmly onto her chest.
Kyon, take another shot!
I reluctantly pressed the shutter button. Forgive me, Asahina, and the unnamed president. The president finally broke free of Haruhi's grip and leapt away when Haruhi was about to thrust his hands under Asahina's skirt.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Haruhi gracefully waved her finger in front of the president's bright red face.
Cha-cha-cha. I've got pictures of you harassing now. If you don't want me to spread these pictures around the school, you better hand over a computer.
That's ridiculous.
The president furiously objected. Yeah, I really felt for him.
You forced me to do it. I'm innocent.
And how many people do you really think will believe you?
I looked toward Asahina to find her unmoving, sprawled on the floor. She'd moved beyond shock and into a coma almost. Meanwhile, the president continued to protest.
All of the members here are innocent, and they're all witnesses. It was against my will.
And the 3 computer members who had who'd been petrified with their jaws hanging open apparently regained to their senses and nodded. That's right! It wasn't the president's fault. However, such weak reciting in unison wasn't really gonna work on Haruhi.
I'll say that the whole club harassed her!
Everyone in the room, including Asahina and myself, turned pale. That was just going too far.
Suzumiya.
Haruhi lightly kicked away Asahina's arms, which were clinging to her leg, and hotly puffed up her chest.
Well, what will it be? Are you gonna hand over a computer or not?
The president's face, which had already gone from red to white, now became ashen. He was finally defeated. Take whichever one you want. The president collapsed onto his chair, and the other members ran over. Prez! Hang in there! Get a hold of yourself! He hung his head like a marionette whose strings had been cut. I may have been an accomplice in this travesty, but I really couldn't help but feel sorry for him.
Ah, well, which one's the newest model?
She was as cool-headed as ever. Why? Oh, wait.
Now why do I have to tell you that?
Sorry for putting you in this, everybody. Haruhi responded by pointing to the camera in hand.
Damn it. Well, just take that one.
Haruhi took a look at the Tower Computers brand and model number and took a slip of paper from underneath her skirt pocket. I stopped by the computer shop yesterday and had an employee show me all the newest models. And honestly, this wasn't one of them. Her attention to detail was honestly scary. Haruhi circled the table, checking each and every computer before pointing to one of them. Give me this one.
Now, hold on. We just bought that one last month.
Camera.
Ah! Take it, you thief!
We are indeed thieves, I really can't deny it. There was no ends to Haruhi's demands. After disconnecting all the cables, she ordered that the monitor and every little thing be moved to the literary club and reconnected. She even had them run a LAN cable between our rooms so she could access the internet and connect through the school's domain on top of that. All of this was done by the Computer Society's members. And this is what you would call extortion. Asahina. Having been rendered helpless during all this incident, I turned to the petite girl curled up in the fetal position with her hands over her face. Let's go back for now, yeah? I helped the sobbing Asahina up. Haruhi really could have just let her own breast be grabbed. If she doesn't give a damn about changing in front of guys, she probably wouldn't have a problem with that. As I tried to comfort Asahina, still crying, I wondered what the computer was really going to be used for. Well, I'd find out soon enough. The launch of the SOS Brigade's website. Apparently, that's what Haruhi wanted to do all along.
So, who's gonna make it? For me. The website!
Or whatever. You. That was Haruhi's response.
Minasan, welcome! How are you? How are you? How was your stream earlier? Welcome. Ryaho, how are you? We're reading Haruhi Chapter 2. Chapter 2 right now. Mystery, welcome! Ryaho as well. Ryaho, how are both of you today? Welcome. We're reading Haruhi Suzumiya, Chapter 2. Dropping in to say hello and all good, how are you? I'm doing well! Besides the fact that I'm kind of bad at reading. I'm doing well. How are you all? Welcome. How is your... and all good. Okay, yeah, that was the answer. I'm excited for what you have in store. Thank you! Thank you. I'm bad at reading. If anybody that's new and entering in needs a TLDR, let me know. So proud of you. Thank you! Oh my god, at first I was like, why is Rena so proud of me? My original song tomorrow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope that everyone can look forward to it. Thank you so much for popping in. You're so sweet. Hello, my dear Shrimpy boy. How was your day, Q? Thank you, Mystery. That's so weird. Why am I blushing? Mystery, thank you. Not the creator forgetting his creation. Me, whenever God gives me bad luck for like 8 months in a row. I'm doing well today, though. I'm doing well. My power went out for a really long time, but I ended up just going to a cafe and working at the cafe today, and that was actually really nice. It's nice working and like a change of pace, you know, different place entirely. It was very fun. It was very nice, and I ate lots of yummy things and drank lots of yummy things. Yeah. How was your day? Okay, where were we? Okay, here we go. God doesn't like me, but that's okay. I like me. You know, that's a good philosophy. Unfortunately. No, I'm gamma rayoing. I'll like myself one day. The more attention that VIP give me, the more I'll like myself. So, you might as well stay with me forever. Peachy, welcome. How are you? Ryoho. If anyone new needs a TLDR, let me know. Let me know. Thank you for the stars, BBG. Sounds like bribery? No. Ryo bribing? No. Not at all. How many pages do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. We're cooking. Did you say you didn't love yourself? I'm moderately okay. You know, despite the attitude that Ryo has, the full of it annoying attitude. No, I'm not insecure about being cute. I know I'm cute as H-double hockey sticks. But, me says the F word like 800 times in stream. You can't say hell. You said in the sponsored, I know, I accidentally said the F word in the sponsored. Well, honestly, there wasn't any guidelines that said that I couldn't, so. So, that's okay. Maybe I should have read the, guidelines a little bit, closer. Mystery, don't give up! Never give up! Listen to Ryo, never give up. Never give up. I'm just a bug, you know? Shrimps is bugs. Okay, where was I? Okay. Take your own advice. It's like, that one vine. Oh my god, just take that freaking cop off. That one. You know? One day you said not to follow Ryo, and now we follow reverse psychology. You know? I'm getting derailed for the 100th time. Somebody please rail me, hurry. This sucks. Okay, Carla! Oh yeah, okay. This guy boys love real fat. Yeah, profanity. Sorry. What in the yally is this? It's your favorite one. It's the one that we can write together. Sorry. Anyways. Okay, where was I? Okay. I hope. Yeah. Where was I? Okay. SOS Brigade website. Okay. You've got free time, don't you? Do it. I have to find more members. The computer was on the desk with the brigade chief pyramid. Haruhi was moving the mouse around and surfing up the web. Have it finished in a day or two, okay? We can't participate in any activities until a website is up. Yuki Nagato reading her book and Mikuru Asahina sprawled on the table next to her, shoulders trembling, acting as if they had nothing to do with this. It would appear that the only one listening to Haruhi talking was me. And since I was the only one who heard Haruhi's order, I had to follow through on it. At least that's what Haruhi thought, no doubt about it. Punish him? No punishing! No punishing. And yeah, let a boy be a little silly from time to time. I'm just a guy, you know?
You know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't roll your eyes. Don't roll your eyes. Don't roll your eyes, Ma. Did you ever submit any BL to the anonymous confession form? I did. Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna have a really good night. This is the best night of my life. Okay. Easy for you to say. At least, that's what I said. But I was actually pretty psyched. No, it's not that I'd gotten used to following Haruhi's orders. I was psyched about making a website. I'd never made one before, but it actually sounded pretty fun, right? I wrote about how that was you, right? You stole the printer whenever you were 12 from Staples? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm so happy that you still have that printer. Good for you. Good for you. That being said, it wasn't much of a struggle at all. The Computer Research Society, living up to his name, had already installed most of the necessary programs. All I had to do was open up a template and do a bit of copy-pasting. The problem was I didn't know what to put on the website. After all, I still had no idea what kind of activities the SOS Brigade was involved in. I could possibly write about club activities that didn't exist yet. So, after pasting an image saying, "Welcome to the SOS Brigade's website," on the top of the page, my fingers stopped moving. I could hear the chants of, "Hurry up and make it!" incessantly ringing throughout my ears, which is why I was sitting there with the mouse in hand as I ate my lunch. Nagato, do you have anything that you want me to put on the site? I tried asking Yuki Nagato, who sat there reading in our room even during lunchtime. Nothing. She didn't even look up. Not that I cared, but does she even go to class? I returned my attention from Yuki Nagato to the 17-inch monitor and went back to thinking, well, there's another problem. Isn't it a bad idea to use school domain addresses for a website of a questionable brigade that holds lower status than a school-approved student association? What they don't know can't hurt them. That was Haruhi's defense. If they find out about it, just drop the site. With these things, whoever takes actions win. Well, I was really a bit envious about her optimistic attitude and ideals. Hi there, Anime Punk, welcome! Welcome for reading the Haruhi Suzumiya light novels. Listening to me, I'm Rio. We're in chapter 2 right now. Go figure, we've been here for an hour and we still have like almost 20 pages. I'm really good at reading, by the way. I'm a professional. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well today, how are you? I should take a drink of water. Water time. Ah, yummy! A professional. I am! I'm a professional, reader. All I do is read. I'm doing alright, can't complain. Nice! Excellent! That's good to hear. Did you do anything fun today? Anything fun? All I did was go to a cafe because my power was out. Gosh, my nose is stuffy again. Guys, my nose is freaking stuffy again. What the heck? Why did you put me saying I'm just planning on getting railed tonight in the Discord? I'm so embarrassed. I'd blow it? Okay, I'll blow my nose again. You're welcome.
Oh, good. Oh no, the other side's worse. Oh god. Blah, 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 blah.
Sounds like your sinuses are kicking you right. Yeah, they really are. They really are. I've been sick almost all month. I had to do my meeting with my managers, the area managers, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm still gonna try and reach my 30 hours this month because I was sick, so I couldn't meet my contracted hours this month. And literally, they were like, I was like, I'm gonna try and grind the next 2 days for really long hours, and they literally looked at me and said, "Don't do that. Don't do that, dude." I was like, okay. So I decided that I was allowed to not be as intense. I'm back. Welcome back, mister. Welcome back. How are you? Welcome. Get some rest. I'll get some rest soon. Founding streamers graduating, so I'm a little sad. No, who? Which one? Oh yeah, there's so many of them. There's so many of them that leave Evie. Yeah, I heard about Evie leaving. She's been here since the beginning. Yeah, been here since the beginning. Worked very hard.
Hopefully, though, I do know that Evie is planning on continuing her activities outside of stream. Outside of Irium after a little bit. So she'll still be around, thankfully. Okay, where were we? Carly said check my DM. Check DM. I checked it. What? Carly, no way! Whoa! That's so cute! Stop! That probably took forever. Carlo made my outfit. No way! In Animal Crossing? 2 hour? Carla, that's so much work. Whoa! It's so cute. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm gonna put it on in my Animal Crossing. First time doing it. Wow, really? I would have never been able to tell. Wow, it's so cool. Wow, do I really have permission to use it in Animal Crossing? Really? Oh, you guys are so cool. BB2 with the Minecraft skin. Carlo with the Ryo outfit in Animal Crossing. Wow, you're so sweet. I can't wait. I'm gonna find cute shoes, so I don't have to wear my ugly pink boots with it. Yay! This is the best day of my life. Sending you shoes that look like you. Hey, really? I haven't opened up my mailbox because I wanted to wait until I open up everything so I can open everything that you guys have given me on stream so I can be surprised. Need to unlock QR codes first? How do I do that? Stop, how do I do that? I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure it out. Buy it with Nook Miles. Is that it? Is that all I have to do? Get Able Sisters. They're moving in right now. I think that they're moving in right now. I think that I started building their thing last time. So we're close. We're close then. Good. Okay, maybe I'll have to play off stream really fast just to be sure that everything's in order. But I won't open up my mail or anything. I promise. Okay, where was I? Yeah, website. Okay, optimistic attitude. Okay, I added a free CGI access counter, put up the text message address, and still too early for a message board, and uploaded the website consisting of a top page alone with no actual content. Well, that should be good enough. Pinky promise. I pinky promise. I won't look. After confirming that the page was loading properly on the net, I closed out all the programs and shut down the computer. Then, as I was about to stretch myself out, I noticed Yuki Nagato standing behind me and jumped out of the chair. It's like you couldn't even sense her presence. Before I knew it, Yuki Nagato was standing behind me with a pale face that resembled a Noah mask. A Noah mask? Oh, okay. With a poker face that you'd find yourself hard-pressed to match, she stared at me all the way that one would stare at an eye chart. Here. She held out a very thick book. Out of reflex, I took it. It sure was heavy. Looking at the cover, I saw that it was a sci-fi book that Nagato had been reading a few days ago. I'll lend you this. And with that brief statement, Nagato had left the room before I even had time to refuse. What's the point in lending me such a thick book? Left alone in the classroom, I could hear the bell signaling with the approaching end of the lunch break. It appeared that I was surrounded by people who couldn't care less about what I thought. Upon returning to the classroom with the hardcover book, I was greeted by the point of a mechanical pencil poking me in the back. Well, is the website done? Haruhi was sprawled on her desk with a sullen look on her face. She was furiously writing away about who knows what on that torn-out sheet of notebook paper. I feigned casualness to avoid the attention of the fellow classmates. It's done, sure, but it's an empty site that'll probably piss off all the visitors. That's good enough for now. We just need an email address. Wouldn't a text message address work too then? That won't do. Won't be able to handle the flood of emails. Why would a newly created email address get flooded with emails? That's a secret. Then she got the disturbing smile on her face again. God, it really gave me the creeps. You'll find out after school. For now, it's top secret. I'd rather you keep it as top secret forever. Haruhi was nowhere to be seen during the following period. One could hope that she'd gone home quietly, but that was just frankly impossible. Merely a prelude to her evil doings. After school, I still had my misgivings about what we were doing. So, why is it that my legs were walking me towards the club room?
As I was making such metaphysical observations, I found myself in front of the door. Sup? Yuki Nagato was already in there naturally, along with Mikuru Asahina, sitting in her chair with her hands together. I'm not really one to talk, but are these two really all that bored? Asahina greeted me with one of those obviously expressions of relief upon my entrance. I guess being stuck in a room alone with Nagato must have been stressful. You still came today after what happened yesterday?
Where's Suzumiya?
Asked Asahina. Beats me. She was already gone during 6. Perhaps she's off extorting some more equipment.
Will I be forced to do something like yesterday again?
Seeing that her brow was creased with worry, I tried to sound as kind as possible. Don't worry. The next time she tries to force you into something like that, I'll do everything that I can to prevent it. She can use her own body for stuff like that. It'd be a cinch for Suzumiya to pull off.
Thank you.
The sight of her bowing her head with a shy smile on her face was so adorable that I wanted to throw my arms around her, but I didn't.
I'm counting on you then.
No, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta use my moe voice.
I'm counting on you then.
Yeah, you can count on me. My guarantee might have meant something if it hadn't fallen apart like the baseless theory, a house of cards, or an atom of hydrogen inside the sun. But even 5 minutes had passed. I was really starting to think I was useless.
Hey! Haruhi said as she entered the room.
My eyes were drawn to her large paper bags in both of her hands.
Sorry, that took a little bit longer than expected. Sorry.
Safe to assume that whatever Haruhi was in a good mood about, she was plotting some sort of scheme that involves inconveniencing all of the other people in the club. Haruhi set the paper bags down on the floor and turned to lock the door. Asahina reflexively jumped at the sound. What are you planning on doing this time, Suzumiya? Just so you know, I refuse to do any more burglary or blackmail, I said.
What are you talking about? I'd never do something like that.
And then explained the computer on the desk.
Obtained using peaceful measures. Forget that. Here, look at this.
Haruhi removed a stack of printer paper from one of the paper bags. There was some kind of writing printed out on the paper.
These are flyers that I made to spread the name of the SOS Brigade. I snuck into the copy room and I printed out 200 copies.
Haruhi passed out the flyers to us. So that's what she was doing when she skipped class, huh? Pretty amazing how nobody caught her. I didn't particularly want to look at the flyers, but for the time being, I took it and gave it a glance. Proclamation of the SOS Brigade's founding principles.
I love you, Rio. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for spending time with me! No, stop. It's an honor. It's an honor for Rio. Thank you for being with Rio. It's really my happiness that you're here, so don't thank me for something like that. Okay. Proclamation of the SOS Brigade's founding principles. We members of the SOS Brigade are searching for the mysteries of the world. People who have experienced something mysterious in the past. People who have run into something mysterious recently. And people who plan on a mysterious experience in the near future should come see us. We'll solve all of your problems on the spot. Guaranteed. However, a normal mystery will not do. It has to be a mystery that wows us. Make note of that. You can contact us at...
I started to think that I understood the purpose of this brigade. It would appear that Haruhi wanted to immerse herself in the world of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror.
So, let's go pass him out.
Where at?
The front gate. There should be plenty amounts of students heading home right now.
Oh, really? Was my response as I moved to pick up the paper bag before Haruhi had even stopped me.
Oh, no. You don't need to come. Mikuru is the one that's coming with me.
What? Asahina, holding the half sheet of paper in her hand, reading it and its poorly written contents, tilted her head. Haruhi rummaged out the other bag and vigorously pulled out an item.
Ta-da!
Looking as triumphant as
Words! Difficult.
Looking as triumphant as an Olympic gold medalist, Haruhi pulled out what first appeared to be a piece of black cloth. But oh no! Once Haruhi had finished removing objects from the bottomless bag, I realized that Haruhi had designated Asahina for a task, and began praying for her. May your soul rest in peace. A black leotard, fishnet stockings, attachable ears, and a bow tie along with white collars, cuff, and a tail. It looked undeniably like a bunny girl outfit.
What is this for?
That was Asahina, sounding quite frightened.
Can't you tell? A bunny girl outfit!
And that was Haruhi, sounding quite calm.
You can't mean that
I'm supposed to wear? Of course!
There's one for me too. We're gonna match. And don't worry, the size should be just right.
I can't wear something like that. That's really not what I meant. Are we supposed to wear those while passing out the flyers at the school gate?
Your Mikuru voice sounds like a BL Uke. Well, what is Haruhi even?
You gotta lock in, Donna! You gotta lock in. We're getting to the good stuff. Come on. We're getting to the good stuff.
Okay, do you guys mind if Rio grabs something to eat super fast? Do you mind if I grab something to eat really fast? Can I give you every money for just a moment? Go ahead. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry, Rio hasn't eaten food. I'm gonna go microwave something really fast. I'm gonna be right back. Don't leave, I love you. Don't leave, I love you. Here, have every money. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Okay, Rio, I returned. Hello, welcome. Thank you, welcome back.
I got chicken teriyaki.
Let's go, chicken teriyaki. Let's go. Okay.
I'm sorry if you hear me mofuing a little bit. Moguing. Mogu. I'm sorry in advance. It's 11 p.m. and all I've had to eat was like basically the equivalent of a single hot pocket. so I'm a little hungry. I'm a little bit hungry.
Okay. I take quick food. Oh.
Quick food. No, did I miss you, eh? No! A mochi croissant Wow, that sounds super yummy. Mochi queso? Queso? That sounds really good. I've never known that they have mochi croissants. Food review. Oh, okay, well, food review. Very yummy. It's very yummy. It has, this chicken teriyaki, has some sesame seed, and also has, rice with it at the bottom. It's just quick microwaved it really fast. But it's really good. Normal croissant with the mochi inside. So it wasn't like a mochi flour croissant? Interesting. Sorry I'm eating. I apologize. I feel bad. It's just the most inefficient way to color your fan art. Are you coloring on top of I couldn't have been worse than how I colored my dakimakura. Brown sugar mochi filling. Oh, that sounds yummy. Have you guys eaten today? Have you guys eaten today, taking care of yourself? I know lately. Nah, no, you need to. You need to. I know that lately there's been a lot of stressful things. A lot of stressful things going on for people. But please remember to take care of yourself too, okay? I ate and I took a bath, and things have been hard, but I'm doing my best. Your best is always the best, even if your best doesn't look good. Because sometimes your best is different every single day, you know? So some days, your best is literally just laying down. If that's the best you can give for a day, that's the best you can give for a day. So don't overexert yourself to do what other people would expect to be the best. You know? It's okay to just take things easy for a little bit. If that's what your best looks like in that moment, you know? Rio's advice is 10-10. No, not really. Not really. I don't know. I think that people just need to be a lot more gentle on themselves. You know? I think that people are very, very hard on themselves. I think that that's obviously because of the pressures of other people's expectations that you've just kind of manifested in your own body for like your entire life, you know? The pressures of society on you. Do your best. I just lived today and that's alright. Exactly. Just living is the best sometimes. Girly Pop giving us advice but not taking it. No, don't do that! No, I sometimes do. Really want to lay down and sleep tomorrow, but I gotta go to work. Yeah, then call off. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. well, call off so you can come hang out at all the parallel escape events that we're doing. Okay, where were we? I don't know. Food's really yummy though. Food always hits after you like haven't eaten so much. Since you said so, I will. Carla, no! Wait, don't do all that. Okay, a bunny outfit. Okay, where were we? Are we going to wear this while passing out flyers at the school gate? Isn't that obvious? I don't want to. Oh, well, shut up! Ah, crap. She had that flinty look in her eyes. Haruhi leapt onto Asahina the way a lioness would attack a stray gazelle and began removing his sailor uniform from the struggling girl.
No! Stop resisting!
Making outrageous demands, Haruhi pinned down Asahina. She easily pulled off her top and began moving her finger to hook off her skirt, which is when I thought that I'd better stop this and move towards them, only to meet Asahina's eyes.
Please don't look.
Upon hearing that cry, I did, in fact, about face, turn around and ran towards the door, and damn, it was locked. I wasted my time rattling and turning the knob before I finally unlocked the door and tumbled in outside. Based on a quick side glance during all of this, Yuki Nagato was reading her book as though nothing was really happening. Doesn't she have anything to say about this? As I leaned against the closed door, I could hear,
No, at least let me undress myself. No!
Pitiful screams from Asahina.
Come on, take it all off! You should have listened to me to begin with!
I actually went to help my dad, and there was a guy named Yowie. No way. No way. No way. No way. The lack of consent is so sad.
The crazy part about this, Rot, though, is that there's lore about Mikuru that... Okay, I'll tell you spoiler. But if you don't want to know the spoiler, turn your volume down right now. Turn your volume down right now. But basically, okay, spoiler time. Puts volume at max. That's crazy. Basically, Mikuru is a time traveler from many years prior to this. And she is here specifically to make Haruhi happy and do Haruhi's wishes. So she's here to basically act as a person that she knows that Haruhi needs at this time. So she's kind of, in a sense, playing along for Haruhi, for her enjoyment, you know? So, but Haruhi doesn't know that. Haruhi doesn't know that she's a time traveler. Yuri, it's absolute Yuri. It's absolutely so Yuri Fall. So Yuri Fall. 100%. 100%. But yes, she's doing this to make Haruhi happy. And as well as Yuki. Yuki is also, so everybody that ends up, spoiler, everyone that ends up joining this club is here because the forces of the world have said, hey, we need to like flash forward across the universe. We need to flash forward back in time. We need to cross the plane of existence to be at this club at this one specific time, because Haruhi is like, basically, she has like universal power and no one knows. Yeah. Haruhi, move. It's my turn. That's crazy. But that's Haruhi, okay? Nana, that's what Haruhi's about. There you go. Mikuru, Haruhi, Itsuki, Kyon, Yuki, Ryoko, Truther. Yeah, that's so correct. That's so correct, Bear. The lore hits hard. It does. You find it out pretty early on, honestly. Especially in the manga, you find, or in the anime, you find it out pretty early on. So it's not. Obviously, it's taking so long because Ryoyo's bad at reading. But I think that you could have honestly watched all of season 1 in the span of Ryoyo's reading. It's so embarrassing. Okay, where was I? Okay. I'd be lying if I didn't say I wanted to know what was going on in there naturally. And sometime later, I received a signal.
You can come in now.
When I hesitantly returned to the room, I was met by the sight of 2 unbelievably perfect bunny girls. Haruhi and Asahina both looked absolutely amazing. Low cut in the front with an open back, high cut on the bottom with fishnet stockings wrapped around the legs, the bunny ears swaying on top of their heads, and the white collar and cuffs scored bonus points. Not that I knew what the points were for, really. The combination of Haruhi, who had a slender build yet with curves, and Asahina, who looks small yet sticks out in all the right places, was just far too much for my eyes. As I pondered, if I should say, "It looks good on you," to the sobbing Asahina, Haruhi spoke. Kyo doesn't know he's bi yet, yeah. A wooga moment? Certified, jaw drop, eyes bulge out. A wooga! Honk honk! Beep bong! Moment, yeah. That one. Haruhi spoke. Well, what do you think? What do I think? I can only think that your mental capabilities are totally suspect.
This will be perfect for attracting attention. Most of all the people will be walking by will take all of our flyers if we're dressed like this. Right?
Well, yeah. I think that 2 people dressed in costumes standing around school are bound to attract some kind of attention. Well, what about Nagato?
I could only buy 2 of them. I got the full set, so it was super expensive.
Well, where do they sell this stuff?
I ordered it online.
I see. I was wondering why I didn't have to look down as much as usual when I noticed that she was careful enough to put on high heels. Haruhi grabbed the bags containing the flyers.
Well, let's go, Mikuru!
Asahina, with her arms crossed over her chest, looked towards me for salvation. I could only stare at her in her bunny outfit. Sorry. To be honest, I really couldn't get enough of that outfit. Asahina fussed like a child as she clung to the table, but being no match for Haruhi's ridiculous strength, she and her soft cries were swiftly dragged off, and the two bunny girls disappeared from the room. I sank in my chair with an overwhelming feeling of guilt. There. Yuki Nagato pointed at the floor, and upon looking, I found two school uniforms scattered in a heap. And was that the bras? The short-haired, bespectacled girl remained silent as her fingers shifted to the garment rack before she wordlessly went back to reading, as though her job was finished. You do it, her gesture seemed to say. Sighing, I picked up the girls' uniforms and hugged them on the garment rack. I could still feel the warmth from their body heat. 30 minutes later, a worn-out Asahina returned. Whoa, her eyes were red like the real bunnies. This isn't the time to be saying that. I quickly stood and gave her my chair, and just like before, Asahina collapsed onto the table.
Thank you for the 6,000 star BBG.
Her finely shaped shoulder blades trembling. Apparently, she didn't have the energy to get changed. Her back was half exposed, making it difficult for my eyes. I removed my blazer and covered up her quivering pale back. The uncontrollably sobbing girl and the unresponsive bookworm and the bewilderment castrated bastard me spent the following period of time silently in the club room with the record-setting strained atmosphere. In the distance, I could clearly hear lousy horns and the brass band and indiscernibly yelling of the baseball team. It was loud when I started thinking about such insignificant things, such as what dinner would be tonight, that Haruhi made her heroic return. The first thing out of her mouth was, "I'm so pissed! What's up with those stupid teachers? They had to go in and get in my way!" She was venting well in the bunny outfit. I had a general idea what had happened, but I asked anyways. Was there some kind of problem? Was way beyond that. We hadn't even distributed half of the flyers when the teachers came marching around telling us to stop. Who do they think that they are? You know, if two bunny girls started handing out flyers at the front gate, people who weren't even teachers are gonna start coming running up to you. Mikuru started sobbing, and I was dragged up to the student guidance office. Even that handball moron Okabe was brought in. The guidance counselor and Okabe, the homeroom teacher, probably had a hard time figuring out where to put their eyes. Anyways, I'm totally pissed off. That's all for today. Totally dismissed. Haruhi tore off the bunny ears from her head and threw them on the floor and began removing the bunny outfit instantly. I quickly ran out of the room. How long are you gonna keep crying? Come on, get changed already, Mikuru. I leaned against the hallway as I waited for them both to finish changing. It's not that Haruhi's an exhibitionist. She probably just had no idea what the effects of her scantily clad bodies had on males. Similarly, she didn't choose the bunny girl costume for its sensuality. She simply just thought that it would gain attraction and attention. She'll never be able to have a serious relationship like this. I really wish that she would start being concerned about guys who may be watching, or at the very least, even me. All the stress was wearing me down. I'd hoped for some kind of improvement, if only for Asahina's sake. In any case, Nagato should really have said something. Asahina eventually exited the room, staggering and stumbling, looking like a student who had just failed all of her tests to get into college for the second year in a row. Not knowing what to say, I just remained silent.
Kyon.
She sounded like a ghost returning from a fancy cruise ship that had sunken deep into the ocean.
If I become ruined for marriage, would you still take me?
What was I gonna say to that? And wait! You're gonna call me by that name too? Asahina, moving like a robot out of gas, returned my blazer to me. For a moment, I perversely hoped that she would jump into my arms and started sobbing, but she walked off with an expression like a rotten green vegetable. Kind of a pity. The next day, Asahina didn't even come to school. The name Haruhi Suzumiya had already been floating around school, but thanks to the bunny mess, her name had transcended mere notoriety and into the realm of common knowledge for the entire student body. And that was fine by me. I really couldn't care less if the whole student body knew about Haruhi's eccentric behaviors. The problem was that the name Mikuru Asahina had also begun to spread in association with hers, and the fact that I felt as though people around me were starting to give me strange looks too. Man, Kyon, you finally become one of Suzumiya's merry friends, Taniguchi said in an irritatingly sympathetic tone during break. I would have never expected Suzumiya to make friends. I guess the world kinda is a crazy place after all. Oh, God, I really wish that he would shove it. Seriously, I was so surprised yesterday. I was going home when I saw Bunny Girl standing out of the front gate. Didn't even have time to wonder if I was dreaming. It made me question if I was losing my own sanity. That was Taniguchi, of course. He was waving a familiar piece of paper around. What is this SOS Brigade? What do you want to do in it? Ask Haruhi. I really have no idea.
Hi there, Jimmy. Welcome. How are you? Welcome. How are you? Ryaho. How's your day going? I'm gonna take Jimmy entrance as a chance to eat some more chimkin. Are you having a good day today, Jimmy? Have you done anything fun? Oh. Wow. Oh. I got on the hole in my cheek again.
Whenever you're eating food, and you tend to always bite the same part of your cheek over and over again, like whenever you first initially bite it, and then because it's swollen, it's sticking out a little bit more than normal, and like it normally would. How many times do I have to say normally? What the fuck? And then I've been doing that for the last like 2 days. It really sucks. Ultra sucks.
Okay, we're almost done. We only have a couple pages left. The lock-in is good.
Had a productive day, so I'm very EP. Wah!
I'm glad that it was a productive day at the very least. I hope that it felt productive too and you feel fulfilled. I hope that you get lots of very good sleep tonight.
I've been having difficulty sleeping recently. I keep waking up. I think it's because, in the middle of like the night and then super early in the morning, my phone keeps ringing. And I have a really loud ringtone. I have, Tokimeki Rainbow by Cinema Roll is my ringtone. So every time somebody calls my phone, it immediately is just, Kokoro happy no fine day de yuko. Rainbow kakete doko mademo. And I'm like, okay, Chinamaroru, thank you so much. But it's always spam calls. So it happens like 10 times. Like in a row. Within like an hour. It sucks so bad. My phone number must be on some weird list somewhere. I'd have a heart attack. I think the only thing, I wake up very easily. So if I hear any sort of noise, I immediately wake up. But if it's music, I tend to just get more annoyed rather than anything. Unless it's Arashi. All of my ringtones, my ringtones are Arashi music. And then I hear that and I wake up and I'm like, nice. You ever slept next to a snoring man? Yeah, my Rio Papa snores really bad. So whenever I was a kid and I would go on vacations with Rio Papa, man, I'd be cooked. I would take all of like the hotel like pillows that were like available to Ryo, and I would call the front desk and I'd ask them for extra blankets. And normally I've learned my lesson now that I end up bringing my own extra blankets with me every vacation that I'm on in case I'm ever in a situation like that again. So I bring my own blankets and pillows now. And then I sleep in the bathtub. And I close the bathroom door. So I don't have to hear snoring. That's the only way that I can escape it on like vacations and stuff. And then I pull the shower curtain so in case anybody needs to go pee, I'm not looking. And hopefully they don't. What would you do if your future boyfriend snored? He better be a really good boyfriend. Very really good boyfriend. Maybe we just sleep in different rooms. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like sleeping next to all my stuffed animals, though. So he's not ever allowed to move in with me. Ever. Because I don't want to share my stuffed animals. Not with somebody smelly. I'm kidding. No. As long as he's a good guy, I guess I wouldn't mind. Okay, let's see. Can a man sleep with all of your stuffies? I don't think. Oh, I don't know if you're asking me if he's allowed to. If he can hypothetically he's allowed to, but I don't know if he can like fit. Do you know what I mean? Ryo only has a double size bed, so it's enough size for me and my stuffed animals, and that's like it. Coming from the smelly, I'm not that smelly, okay? My stuffed animals make they. I'm not smelly, Jimmy. What do you mean? This is mean. Well, I'm smelling sometimes, but I just bought a new cologne, okay? I bought a new cologne, so I'm gonna smell, I'm in my ultra good smelly arc, okay? Ultra good smelly arc.
Wanna smell your cologne? I guess you could.
I mean, you could just buy the same one.
You just buy the same one. I love men cologne.
Isn't it the best?
It is the best. It is the best.
I really like perfume though, too. Well, I used to, my sister used to get like 17 magazine
And in the mail and stuff when I was younger.
and I would always secretly sneak in under 17 magazines, and they would have little perfume samples. And I would always smell the little perfume samples, and I would always be like, wow, I'm so jealous. I wish that I could smell this cute. They're always so floral and nice. I wish that more men's cologne had like slight floral scents. But I don't mind. I don't mind musky type ones either.
Come closer and just hold you and smell it a little. That's crazy, Bear. That's crazy, Bear. That's crazy, Bear. What are we doing? Writing our own fanfic right now? That's crazy.
That's crazy. I'll just tell you where to buy it, silly, and you can spray it on your pillow or something if you're that desperate. Okay, where was I? We only have a couple more pages. We have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more pages. 4 pages. Thank you, 600 comment. Also, thank you, 8,000 star. BBT. That's so nice. Everyone's so nice. Thank you, comment. Thank you, star. Okay, I'm locked in.
Want to get a jacket like yours in your size and smell your cologne? That's crazy!
That's crazy.
Bear, what is all of this? Why are you so romantic tonight? What is all of this?
First, everyone's saying that they're gonna rail me, and now
Bear just being like, I just want to sniff you. How does Puppy on? Welcome. How are you? Welcome. How does Puppy on? What a cute name.
Welcome. How are you today? Riahao.
Rail you, I missed something clearly. Haru just came in and I'm like reading this comment.
No, because they said that I was gonna get derailed from reading the book a billion times. And that's true, I did. I'm doing alright, how are you? I'm good. Right now, we're reading the last couple of pages of the second chapter of the Haruhi Suzumiya light novel, and I'm eating food, and we're just kind of chilling. I'm getting derailed, though. If anyone wants a TLDR, hi there, Snake, welcome. If anyone needs a TLDR of what's going on in the story so far, let me know. I'm happy to give you a TLDR. But if you haven't watched the Haruhi anime, you should. I think it's really good. It's one of my favorites. One of Ryoyo's favorites. If you even care about me, you would watch it.
not the guilt tripping.
I'm gonna start eating lunch. Moa, what are you having for lunch? Oh my god, we're having lunch together. It's like a date. Okay, where are we? Okay.
What is the SOS Brigade? What do you do in it? Ask Haruhi. I have no idea. I don't really want to know either. Even if I did know, I probably wouldn't want to put it into words. Says to tell you about mysteries? What exactly does that mean? And I don't really understand this part about normal mysteries won't do. Even Ryoko Asakura came over for a bit.
It looks like you people are having fun. But it'd be for the best if you didn't violate moral sensibilities. That stunt went a bit too far.
I really should have skipped school too. Haruhi was still mad, and not just about the fact that she was interrupted during the flyer distribution, but about the fact that a day had passed without a single email arriving at the SOS Brigade address. I was expecting to get 1 or 2 prank emails, but it looked like the word had even more common sense than I thought. I'm positive that it was just because everyone realized that getting involved with Haruhi would only really bring trouble. Haruhi glared at the empty box with the wrinkled eyebrows. She moved the optical mouse around.
Damn it! Why haven't we gotten a single email?
It's been 1 day. Maybe there are people with incredible tales of supernatural happenings, but they don't really want to tell such a dubious, untrustworthy brigade. I said that to appease her, but in reality, do you really know of any mysterious events? Well, yes, I do. That's wonderful. Please tell me about it. I understand. It's like, God, as if something like that could really ever happen. Listen up, Haruhi. The stuff only happens in comic books or in fiction. Reality is far more severe and serious. This little prefectural high school in some random corner of Japan doesn't really have any ongoing conspiracies involving the end of the world. There aren't any non-humans wandering around quiet residential areas. There isn't a spaceship buried in the hill behind the school. None of this will ever happen. Not a single one of them. You understand that, right? The truth is that you actually understand, isn't it? It's just that you have nowhere to vent these frustrations of youth, and that the restlessness is leading you down a different path. Just hurry up and snap out of it already. How about you go find some handsome guy and walk home to school together, or go see a movie on Sundays, and join some sports club and knock yourself out? They'd really make you a regular member in a flash. At least, that's really what I would have liked to tell her. But I got the feeling that I'd be eating Haruhi's fist after about 5 lines, so I refrained.
Is Mikuru absent today?
She might not ever come back, that poor thing. I hope that she wasn't too traumatized by the ordeal.
I even bought her a new outfit and everything.
Wear it yourself.
Of course I'm gonna wear it too, but it's no fun when Mikuru isn't here with me.
They're in Yuri's. I'm just saying. Following precedents, Yuki Nagato and her virtually non-existent presence had become one with the table. There was no reason to be so particular about Asahina. Haruhi could use Nagato as her dress-up doll. Or I guess that's not really better, exactly. But I got the feeling that unlike the crybaby Asahina, Nagato could calmly put on the bunny outfit as ordered, and I realized that I wouldn't really mind seeing that either. Reality is serious, he doesn't know that he's in the Haruhi light novel. No, exactly. The long-awaited transfer student had finally come. I was informed of this by Bear, lock in. It's your guy. The long-awaited transfer student had come. I was informed of this by Haruhi during the short period of time before morning homeroom.
Don't you think it's amazing? One really did come!
Haruhi was hovering over her desk with a stellar smile like a preschooler receiving a present that she had been waiting for. I didn't know where she'd heard it from, but apparently the student was transferring into class 1-9.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. It's unfortunate that the student isn't in our class, but it's still a mysterious transfer student. No doubt about it. Hi there, Sybil. Welcome in for the first time. How are you? Ryoyo, it's nice to meet you. I'm Ryoyo. Today we're reading the Haruhi Suzumiya light novels. Right now we're on chapter 2, but we're almost done.
2 hours in. Took us 2 hours to read
one chapter.
Yeah! Something to celebrate, yeah. Let's see.
Let's see. I hope that you're doing well today. Tell me about your day.
Okay. How can you tell if you've never even seen the student before? It sounds like my ADHD brain. Well, yes. Well, yes.
It could have been worse, Ryoyo. That's true. It could have been worse. Chapter 3 doesn't look like it's nearly as long, which is probably a good thing. Well, maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is.
I feel like there's like 5 chapters in this entire book.
Taking an hour to read chapter. Well, I think if I was all by myself, I would read the chapter really fast. I know it. But I just don't have time.
I don't have time to. Only 5? I actually don't know how many chapters there are. Let's see. Let's look in the. Is there a table of contents? No. Wait. Is there really not a table of contents? How many chapters are in this? Huh?
What's the final chapter? That's the epilogue. What's the chapter? Final chapter is chapter 7. 7 chapters. 7 chapters in this book. The chapters are just really long. I think that they could, for Ryoyo's sake, they could have made the chapters shorter and had the same content. For Ryoyo's sake! But they hate me. This book made in 2003?
They had it out for me. I just know it.
Okay.
Here I am reading novels with 100 plus.
100 chapters is crazy! That's crazy, Carla. Okay, here we go.
Not 2003, not optimized for streaming. Nothing in 2003 was.
Well, we were still probably using, Windows 98. At least me at that time. Okay. Transfer students here. Transfer student time. Okay.
How can you tell before you've even seen the student?
Didn't I tell you already? Survey says that a student who transfers in halfway throughout the year is practically guaranteed to be mysterious.
Just when, by whom, and how is that statistic derived? There's your mystery. If any student transferring in the month of May can be considered mysterious, then you'd have to assume that Japan has an excess of mysterious transfer students. However, this trademarked Haruhi theory did not come with following common sense. Haruhi took off as soon as first period ended, probably off to 1-9 to scout out the mysterious transfer student. And right as the bell rang, Haruhi returned with a dour look on her face. Well, was the student mysterious?
Didn't seem all that mysterious.
Obviously.
We talked for a bit, but I don't know enough yet to be sure. I'd just be pretending to be a normal student. I'd say that that's a more probable scenario. It'd be a waste to reveal your true identity the very first day that you transfer in. I'll go do some more questioning during your next break.
Don't. You'll probably startle the 1-9 people. Let's picture it. Haruhi, who's practically never initiated a conversation with anyone, suddenly comes into your classroom and grabs the nearest person.
Which one's the transfer student? She asks.
And the second someone answers, and she charges in that direction. Then she probably barges into a happy cluster of friendly students, getting acquainted, and makes her way to the center, drawing close to the surprise transfer student.
Well, where did you come from? What's your true identity?
Like a cross-examination.
Hi there, Anna, welcome. Also, thank you so much for the follow.
I used to also read books in like a day.
I used to be such a good reader. 4th grade, I was pro. I was a pro reader in that 4th grade. They couldn't get me to put down a book. Now I just don't have time. There's a book that I started reading not too long ago, though. What was it? It was like a kid's book. I think it was for like, what do they call them? Middle grade books. It was a middle grade book of some kind. And it was really good, actually. I think it was called something along the lines of like The Girl at the End of the World or something like that. I never finished it before I had to turn it in back to the library. But the first night that I started reading it, I really couldn't put it down. I was reading it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I got really far into it. But then I had to return it. So I'm hoping that sometime soon I can go back to the library and pick it back up so I can finish it. Reading a Stephen King now, and his chapters are so dang long. Hey, which one are you reading? You did say, isn't this your first Stephen King book that you're reading? Or did I feel like I remembered you mentioning that. Which one is it? Which one is it? That's so exciting. I remember I read, what, they just call it Pennywise. No, I read It. Yeah, there we go. They called the book It. I read It in 6th grade. It was a very long book, but it was super fun. Bachman book, so it's a compilation of his earlier books. That's fun! How exciting! Have reading level like 3 grades higher, and my current one is back to the second. No, exactly! No, but I also feel like, the books that they make for like middle schoolers and stuff, those ones are always the best, because the stakes aren't like super high, you know? And everything still has a little bit of whimsy to it. And they feel really nice to read. They're just nice to read. They're ones that are easier to read, too. Hated reading in middle schools. Really? I always enjoyed it. I hated reading in high school more so. I liked some of the books that we were forced to read in high school, but then other ones I really didn't like. I thought that they made us read some really boring literature. But I always did like writing analysis like papers on them. There's one called The Long Walk. The first chapter was so long, I thought that the gimmick was going to be that it's all a chapter. The Long Walk is just a long chapter. That's so funny. Okay. Okay. I thought of something. Was it a guy or was it a girl? Could have been a disguise. But for now, he looks male. So then I'll assume that it's a guy. Which means that the SOS Brigade would finally get another guy member. He'd probably be forced to join no matter what, he said, but for the sole reason that he was a transfer student. Then he might not be as good-natured as Asahina and me that way, though. Would things really go so well? No matter how overbearing Haruhi is, a stronger-willed person would probably be able to resist her, right? If she assembled enough members, we'd really have to finish making this foolish student association to save the world by overloading it with fun Haruhi Suzumiya Brigade. An official thing, huh? Setting aside the manner of whether or not the school would accept it, the person who would have gotten to complete the paperwork would be, 10-1, probably me. And then I'd be stuck with the label Haruhi Suzumiya's subordinate for the next 3 years. I hadn't actually thought about what I'd want to do after graduation.
but I somehow thought that I wanted to go to college, so I hoped to avoid doing anything that would be putting me on some kind of record. But as long as I was with Haruhi, that didn't seem like it was any sort of possibility. What was I really gonna do? I couldn't do a thing. I should have stopped Haruhi and made her disband the SOS Brigade, even if my arms were virtually tied behind my back. Then, I should have soundly lectured Haruhi and convinced her to live a normal life. Forget about the aliens, the time travelers, the espers. Find some random guy and put your effort into a relationship or work on your body on some sport team. I should have forced her to spend the next 3 years as an ordinary student. If only I had. If I had a stronger sense of purpose or a will to act, I wouldn't have been washed away by this current called Haruhi Suzumiya and forced to swim in an ocean of idiosyncrasies. Idiosyncrasies. Sure. The world would have retained its dignity. Rio, I gotcha. Okay, IDIOSYNCRASIES. Idiosyncrasies, right? Idiosyncrasies. Yeah! Yay! Idiosyncrasies. Yay! I mainly read Geronimo Stilton. What is Geronimo Stilton? What is that? I've never heard of those. Are they fun? What are they about? Is that an author or is it a series? Okay. The world would have retained its dignity. We would have lived in a normal fashion for the next 3 years and then graduated in normal fashion too. Yeah, well, maybe. The only reason I say this now is because I experienced things that were anything but normal. If you look at the flow of this story, you would have figured it out already. Well, I guess where do I begin? I guess I'll start around the time when the transfer student came into the club room. And that's the end of chapter 2! Wow! 2 hours and 10 minutes, and we did it! A mouse who writes... Oh, that guy! Oh, I always see those at used bookstores, and he's so cute, the little mouse. I know who you're talking about. He's so cute. I've always wanted to read those. I should pick one up next time I'm at the bookstore. Yeah, we finished reading. Oh my gosh. We've done it. Yay. Only took 2 hours, 10 minutes. How embarrassing. Okay, Rio's had a very long day. We didn't get derailed as hard, I think. You don't think so? I tried to lock back in after a little bit. Partially finished my fan art. Really? What? Do I get spoilers or no? You really locked in. I tried to. I saw that it was a really big chapter and I was like, no, I'm never gonna get through this if I don't lock in. So I had to lock in a little bit. Okay. It is now officially midnight. Oh my gosh, it's midnight in Ryo World. You did well today, Rio. No. You all did well today. Thank you for coming to see Ryo today. Even though things might be tough. Thank you for still seeing Ryo. I hope that I was able to at least provide a little bit of smiles in the day. Bibichi, thank you, big heart. Thank you for sharing your heart with me. You're so sweet. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Ryo tummy hurt because I need to keep eating. And tomorrow we have a very big day. We are first off, before our original song releases officially, we're going to be here on Irium having like a pre-talk, and then it will release, and then after that, we'll be going directly into our YouTube stream talking about it. So it's gonna be a long couple of hours for Ryo, but I hope that you guys can still come see me. You don't have to come see me at both, because I might accidentally talk about the same things both times. But if you don't mind Ryo repeating himself, I'd love to see you regardless. Well, thank you, big heart. Thank you, mwah. Thank you so much. You're so nice. Thank you, glow stick as well, Rod. I appreciate it. Thank you for cheering me on. Thank you. I wish that I could be sneaky and just give it to you guys now, but I don't want to be too sneaky. Just a little while longer. So yes. Oh, it's in the Discord. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can get my monitor to turn on. Oh, I'm doing something with the song. Turn on. I'm gonna go look at it. I'm gonna go look at it. Come on!
Is it turning on now? Monitor. Ah!
Why isn't it turning on? This is so sad. Can I get 1,000,000 likes, please? Okay, well, I'll get my computer to work in a second. I'll reply in the Discord. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll take a look at it. I promise.
Okay, we'll wrap up stream here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I look forward to sharing my heart with you tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being in the video, and I hope that you guys sleep very well and have sweet dreams. And if your day is just beginning, please take care of yourself today, okay? Bye bye, y'all. Mwah. By the way.